What is up, YouTube? HPJ here. I hope you guys are doing well. So, Digimon decided to drop even more news with waves of cards today for BT23, which is the Hacker's Memory set for the Digimon trading card game, where majority of the cards are going to be focusing on the other side of the Cyber Sleuths video game. Now, I have not played Hacker's Memory because I never got the chance to, and I was like really leveling up other Digimon because you can't access them from the you can access your Digimon because you all share Mirai, which is great. And speaking of Mirai, we have her partner Digimon right with us. This is Mastemon from that set. And this video is dedicated to talking about this Mastemon, how I feel about her, and what I would like to potentially see in the Andromon or Lady Devi that are also going to come into the set. Because this basically confirms that we're going to get an Andromon, a Lady Devi, and most likely, possibly, another Mirai Mikagura Tamer, which is good because I've always said I wanted another Mirai, and I think with all the videos I've talked about in the deck profiles themselves, you guys know that the only Mirai I want at this point is a Mirai that sets my memory to 3 and helps me get out a Digimon with either the purple or yellow trait. Just like, I don't know, every other Digimon tamer at this point who's come out and has better lineups and setups for their tamer sets. Because why did almost 95% of the tamers from BT22 happen to be memory setters, but the one Digimon tamer that needed to be a memory setter was not a memory setter? So maybe this time around, BT23 offers a Mirai that will be a memory setter. So, Mastemon, level 6, Mega Vaccine Angel Cyber Sleuth. Play cost of 13, 3k DP. Digivolves off of a level 5 purple or yellow Digimon. Digivolves off of a Cyber Sleuth traded Digimon that's level 5 with the cost of 5. DNA Digivolves off when a purple and yellow Digimon both are level 5. Has Barrier, Partition, Angelomon, and Lady Devimon. When Digivolving, you may play one level 5 or lower yellow or purple Digimon from your hand or trash without paying the memory cost. Then, if this Digimon if this Digimon stack has 2 or more Digimon with the same level, you may trash the top cards of both players' security stacks so that they have 3 cards left. All turns once a turn. When security stacks are removed from, you may place one Digimon as the bottom security card. Now, this is where I have a lot of questions about this Master Line. And then I'll give you legitimately my thoughts about it. So first of all, typical Mastemon, DNA Digivolves, requires a purple and yellow level 5. She is focusing on Lady Devi and Angelomon with the Partition. So I have to look up Partition because I don't know what a lot of these Digimon abilities are. So don't, comment section, don't come from me because I really didn't know. So how Partition itself works, just for those who didn't know themselves. When a Digimon with Partition effect has one of each respective specific Digimon in its Digivolution source, and this card will leave the battle area, other than by your own card effects or battle, you may play one of each of those particular Digimon from without paying the memory cost. So for this particular Mastermon, she can play Angelomon and Lady Devimon if she were to leave the field outside of your own card effects in battle, which is good because there are a lot of Angelomon and Lady Devis with on-play effects. 2 of them, particularly the ones from EX6, have the ability to play a Mirai from your hand without paying the memory cost. One does it from your hand, the other one does it from the trash, which is great because that synergizes with the Mirais that most of the decks are going to be focusing on. The other additional abilities, are the reduced security attack -2, being able to destroy Digimon with a particular DP or less. I know the structure deck ones have abilities as well that are really good with the on play. I know the Angelomon has her on play. I can't really speak for any one of the other ones because the ones that I know off the top of my head, they're all the ones that focus on when digivolving abilities. Not too many of the Angelomon or Lady Devis have on play abilities that would be like, yeah, let's focus on that and being, resourceful. It's very limiting. But being able to pull them out means you're being able to trigger their abilities as well. So I'm very, very happy about that. Then, moving into that section, uh, the ability setup isn't bad. I know on Reddit there was a thread in the Digimon card community about this Mastemon and a OTK potential that can happen. Basically, setting up so that when BT14's Patamon comes onto the battle area, that at the start of your turn, you can have the ST10's Gatomon come into play and then Digivolve her on top of that Patamon, because vaccine onto vaccine, put a vaccine Digimon in the security stack, then that, um, have this Tailmon then become a Lady Devi or an Angelomon, depending on which one. I think they talked about the Angelomon. No, it was a Lady Devi that I think she was bringing the Mirai onto the board. And then being able to help go into the DNA Digivolution of this Mastemon, reducing your opponent's security to 3 just like your own, and then triggering some other ability, triggering Alliance, and then a security attack +1 situation, so you can knock out all 3 with ease, and then having another Digimon already in play or set up with the ability of Rush, so that you can then swing at your opponent for game. Um, which there's quite a few Rush purple Digimon in yellow as well. Just the ones off the top of my head I know are Devimon from BT11, Black Gatomon, because she has Rush as well, with her security play. Those are the 2 I can think of off the top of my head, and I think there are a couple of more that would fit into Mirai and Mastemon decks, just off of their dual colors or off of their Angel, Archangel, Fallen Angel setup as well. So it seems really good on paper. It really does. The execution is going to be the situation at hand, because you're going to have to properly execute getting that little portion of things as well. And I know a lot of Mastermind players are now going back to yellow base, because purple doesn't have the setup we need to deal with a lot of those issues. Which, to be fair, I agree. Yes, there are a lot of issues with Mirai in terms of dealing with the issues at hand. If we're now getting Mastemon in this BT23 set, is there potential of another Mirai coming? Is she going to be the memory setter that we finally want? We also want to look at potential rookies and champions. Can we see another Tailmon coming into play? Can we see a Salamon coming into play, where we'll have a dual color Salamon? Or will we also see a Digitama that will be a dual color? Because we kind of said we wanted a dual color Digitama really bad, so we can play purple and yellow based cards in combination. Now, why is that such a thing? Well, here's the thing. There are a lot of really good Digimon, but unfortunately they're locked behind their color coordination. And while there aren't dual color Digitama at this current point, because it probably would make a lot of decks completely batshit crazy, a lot of us would love to have that batshit craziness come to hand. Because I'm one of them. For as long as I played Digimon and I got into Mastemon, why is there not a dual colored Digitama at this point? Why is there not a dual colored? I mean, well, there's plenty of dual colored yellow and purple rookies, but why is there not an Angelomon or a Lady Devi that's dual color? Where's the purple yellow Angelomon? Where's the purple yellow um, Lady Devi that can synergize? Because I would love to see what these Angelomon Lady Devimon look like for BT23 if they're going to be in this as well. Because the only card of Mirai that was in BT22 was just Mirai herself, which is the one that on play you can send an Angel, Archangel, Fallen Angel, or Holy Beast from your hand to the trash to draw 2 cards. Whoa. Then, at the start of your main phase, you can put this tamer at the bottom of your deck to play 1 Mirai Mikigera with a cost of 4 or more, or play a tamer from your hand with CS trait from your hand without paying the memory cost. Which, to be fair, if you're playing the Cyber Sleuth deck itself, which I don't know what that's supposed to ever look like. I guess that would work just to have tamers, come onto the field without any issues. But as someone who plays Mastemon, Mirai is our one of our main our main tamer. So if this means that we're going to get a Mirai that prayed to God she's not a secret like the EX6 one, that we would have the memory setter that we finally want, because we definitely need a memory setter. We definitely want Digitama that are dual color, so we can have access to both purple Digimon benefits and yellow Digimon benefits. And I'm sorry if I glanced over that and why I did. I don't know why, but this is the reason why I stress a dual color Digitama. Mastemon can have really good compatibility from both of her Digivolution lines of purple and yellow. There are tons of Digimon that work really, really well, like Ignite-mon, who, when a Digimon is played through an effect, gain 1 memory. There is a Candlemon, similar effect, but with a purple Digimon coming into play, gain 1 memory. Remember, these abilities are reset when you DNA Digivolve. So, when you DNA Digivolve and make the new Digimon, that Digimon gains the traits of the abilities of the Digimon in the Digivolution line that are under the stack. Which means if you have a Candlemon and a Ignite-mon, and you haven't DNA Digivolve them, and your Digimon happens to trigger the abilities, just like, I don't know, this Mastemon, where she's bringing up purple or yellow Digimon, that then resets the abilities of that Candlemon and that Ignite-mon, which means now, bam, you just gain 2 more memory. It's all about a memory gain when it comes to playing Digimon. And I don't understand why there isn't a lot of that when it comes to Mastemon, who definitely is very memory hungry. She needs that memory setup really bad, because it's easy, because that way you can play into a lot of your other cards. Like, I've had too many crash outs because I didn't have enough memory. I had to rely on Kari or TK to jump my memory to 3, then rely on the extra additional memory from Mirai, and then still try to execute everything else with what amount of memory that I had. So it'd be nice to have a Mirai Mikigira that I don't have to rely on the Kari or the TK to go into it. I can then have my Tailmon search for her and put her to my hand, Digivolve on top of them into the Angelmon or Lady Devi, and then play her for free. I can even play the other Mirai from BT23 and then return her to the bottom of the deck to then play the Mirai with the memory set right there. Like I said, this is all be rejoiced if we get the proper Mirai. Because everyone says, well, we don't need a memory set. Yes, we do. Don't lie to yourselves. Now you're just worse than the Pokemon players that complain every time a new Pokemon comes out. What is the game? Yes, we know. But at least it'll be fair. And at least we'll have some balance. Be happy, though, that you didn't get crapped on like Galactic, like Grace Novamon just did. Because, Jesus, I know those players are mad. Oh, I know those players are mad. I saw the ban list. I know. I'm not even sad about Sakuyamon. I've always said Sakuyamon was going to get hit on the list. I just wanted to see what they were going to hit. They kind of hit what I thought they would, but I never thought of the Valdor Arms situation. But that kind of had its own issues and definitely needs to be dealt with. Which I didn't think they were going to ban Valdor Arm. I think they were going to do what they did, which was the whole situation. But that's for a video I will never make, because my opinion about that doesn't matter either. So, yeah, this is all pretty much I really had to say. I'm just going to wait now to see what they unveil for the Angelmon, the Lady Devi, if they potentially do another Mirai, and if they potentially do Salamon and Tailmon to go with the whole lineup, and the Aromon too. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this Mastemon. I'm sure many of you are not going to like what I had to say, which is fine. But it just is what it is situation. So there's my comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the, subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Socials are in the description box below. And I'll catch you all next time. HPJ, signing out. Take care.